So first thing I normally do is I just part the closure bit by bit, and then I start putting the bleach mixture onto it with a brush. And then when I get to the top of it, I just turn the brush around, if that makes sense, to make it like straight, and then I kind of feather it upwards so that it's not like a sharp line. So after I've got to the top of it, I use some tin foil and I just press it into that it sticks to the hair. And I do this because I don't want the next parting that I do of hair I don't want any bleach to go on the top of it, if that makes any sense. So the bit where I feathered it and I've left a bit of black on top, I don't want any bleach to go on that part because I want to have dark roots. So I just keep bleaching and parting the hair until I get to the end of it. And I wrap it up in tin foil, and as you can see, I've laid some out already for the bundles. So for the bundles, I do pretty much exactly the same thing, apart from whenever I get to the top of, like, I'm going all the way to the top when it comes to the bundles, because I don't need dark roots for that. All I need dark roots for is the closure, because that's all you're going to see. So it's quicker. So I just flip it over when I've done quite a bit, and then I just keep moving it down. That way it's more comfortable for me on the table. But yeah, just keep putting on the bleach all the way to the top, and then whenever you've done quite a bit, so you just flip it over to make sure that you get the other side, to make sure there's no black bits left. I just do this until I get all the way to the end as well. After I've done this and I've let the bleach sit for 45 minutes, I'm going to be using silicone mix to bring some moisture back into the hair. So I rub it all over the hair, and then I put it in this Ziploc bag. Then I boil some water, and then I put the bag into the water and I let that sit for an hour. So the dyes I'm going to be using are the Adore dyes. I'm using French Cognac and ginger. I'm going to be using 3 bottles of the French Cognac and 2 bottles of the ginger. All I'm going to be doing is putting each of them into the bag one by one, into this little bowl one by one. I started with French Cognac, and then I went in with ginger, then I did another French Cognac, then ginger, so on and so forth. I didn't actually need all 5. I had some left over because I didn't know I was only going to be using 2 bundles. But nevertheless, I'm glad I had more than I needed than less than I needed, because then that would have been annoying. So once I've put all of that in, I'm just going to be stirring it to make sure that it's all mixed in nicely. And then I'm just going to do the same thing I did again with the bleach. I'm going to be parting the closure, and I'm just going to be putting that all over the hair. This time I'm not using any tin foil because the black is not going to get dyed anyways. It's just going to be the blonde parts that are going to take to the dye. So for the bundles, I'm going to be doing again exactly the same thing. I'm going to be putting the dye all over the hair, all the way to the top. And whenever I've done enough, I'm just going to flip it over so that I can get the back of it as well. So there's not going to be any blonde bits left. So once I've finished with that bundle, all I'm going to be doing is checking that there's no black bits left, and I'm just going to try and get as much of the bundle drenched in the dye as possible. And I'm going to let that dye sit for over 2 hours. 2 hours should be enough. And this is the finished look.